And we're on the air. Hello, peoples. This is Angela Sasser of angelasasser.com, artist, artisan, and writer. I actually so happy to be here this month. A lot's been going on, and it's hard to know where to begin. Let's see. Well, I finally went on vacation, which was a miracle in and of itself. We've had quite a few problems with health this month. My significant other's had some serious heart issues, but he's doing much better after an ER scare at the beginning of this month. And that's been a struggle, but we're doing much better. And I'm telling you, that vacation, we had rescheduled our vacation like 4 times because of health issues and whatnot. But I think we're good. Hopefully we stay good for a while. But you know, it's one of those things, long recovery, and that does interfere with art sometimes. Been really stressed out this month, but since vacation happened, I'm cool now. I'm totally cool. We went to the Hyatt in Atlanta, which is funny because we live in Atlanta, so it's kind of like our vacation was pretending to be tourists. And also, it was really cool to see the Hyatt without all of the DragonCon crowd in it. We actually got a free night stay there because last year they overbooked us for DragonCon. So they were like, hey, you want to stay in this other hotel and have a free night stay? And we're like, sure, we'll do that. So, yep, free night stay with us, or for us. And it's just so different without the DragonCon crowds in there, without people crammed shoulder to shoulder. So that was a fun experience. We hit up the Fernbank Museum and the zoo, which is a really bad idea. I don't know why I got that idea. It was like 85 degrees. But you might have seen some really cool animal references from the reptile house up on my Facebook. So check those out if you are curious about really cool reference photos of Komodo dragons and just other crazy things like pythons. It's really neat to get up close and personal with that kind of thing. So check that out. Wow, I've been so busy this month. Oh yeah, and then we come back from vacation just in time for DragonCon, which is in a week, and I still got a few things to do. But I wanted to show you guys some of the really cool things I've been working on. So for the print shop, I actually don't have a table this year because they ran out of tables before they got to me. Sadly, but I actually am not too sad because that means I don't have to stay at a table, which I kind of hate being at tables at conventions. I'd rather be wandering around talking to people and socializing, because DragonCon's more of a selling con, so you don't really get to talk that much with people, especially while you're busy selling, or other artists are busy selling, so you can't really chat them up either. IlluxCon's a bit better for that. But anyway, I digress. I have just art show. I am in the art show, but you can find my work in the gallery bay. I have a large gallery bay and also a print shop space. And in the print shop, I'll have tons of these puppies right here. This is a playmat, which is basically like, ta-da, it's like a really cool giant mouse pad that keeps your cards safe from dirt, I guess. And people love them, so I'm hoping the gamers at DragonCon will think they're cool and get them. Here's one of Rama. He looks really good on a playmat, so a little bit of glare, but hopefully you can make him out. Rama playmat. And also in the gallery bay, I've got these puppies. This is a gallery wrapped canvas print of Enchained Wind, and I've signed it and numbered it. And I actually used Canvas Champ for these really cool canvas prints. They do such a nice, tidy job. Here's this handmade sticker. It's really nice. And this very tidy stapling. They do way better than I do. My stretched canvas prints look like crap. Like, I just can't stretch. I'm horrible at it. So this company does it pretty cheaply. I highly recommend them. As you can see, their printing quality is pretty good. Printing digital is tricky because the colors and especially the blacks always come out as kind of a surprise. So yeah, that's DragonCon. I do have to stretch one print myself. I'm kind of avoiding that till the last minute. And I have 2 presentations I'm giving. One is Friday at 1 p.m. I believe, and that's Social Media 101 for artists. And what that is I'm going to be talking about the very basics of social media, introducing the most popular social media sites and what they're like, what kind of art you post to each one, and just the basics. It's probably not helpful for those of you who are already doing social media, but if you want to come and learn about maybe some sites you haven't heard of or are wanting to learn more about, that might be good for you. Then at Sunday at 10, I believe, I have Social Media 102, which is going to talk about things that you can write about on social media, what to blog about, tools for helping you manage your social media identity, a lot of different topics. I'm actually taking questions from everyone on this, so if you have questions that you'd like me to cover at DragonCon, since I will be recording these panels and putting them up online, hopefully, if nothing goes wrong, shoot me a question. I'd love to hear what you all would like to learn about. So you can email or send me those in comments or the Q&A panel that's on the side here. So draw me some questions. I will try to answer them to the best of my ability. So let's see, what else? Mentorship slots are filled, which is wonderful. Thank you to everyone who has helped spread the word about my very new mentorship slots. For those who maybe are just now hearing about it, what the mentorship slots are is that on Patreon, I have opened up a reward tier where you can pledge to that tier, and it'll give you access to things like the casual mentorship, which is basically it allows you to have a session with me 30 minutes a month. And what that does, what we'll talk about in that session is basically, it's like a portfolio review. We can talk about your techniques and what you'd like to learn and where you'd like to go with your work, any advice you'd like to know more about, or any kind of topics that you want to learn about, really. I'm experienced with both technique and with marketing. And also, casual mentorships get 1 paint over a month or a red line, paint over a red line. So if you're working on a piece and you want help with the anatomy, or you just want suggestions for the composition or anything like that, that comes with the casual mentorship, which is currently priced at $50 a month. And also the upper tier of that is the full mentorship, where you get 3 paint overs a month, and we meet for an hour instead of 30 minutes. And both mentorship levels can email me at any time. Like, I'm at your beck and call to give you advice or to talk about anything, or just give you some encouragement, because I know that's important. So, or just even to say, hey, what do you think of this piece? Or, you know, really quick critiques that I can pop your way. So yeah, that's mentorships. They've actually been really exciting. Having students keeps me on my toes and keeps me learning as well. And it's just really inspiring. I love connecting people with inspiration. So I'll be like, oh, you really like this? I'm going to show you this artist and this artist and this artist. You could probably ask my current students, which you'll meet here in a second, via their artwork. I blurt tons of things at them. So yeah, that's what you'll get when you're my student. Lots of inspiration blurting and idea blurting. But hey, while we're on the topic of my students, I'm going to show you through screen share the work of my students. Screen share. All right. Oh, that's Hootsuite. Hootsuite. Don't look, spoilers. Okay. This is Anthony Moravian. he is one of my students, and he does this really cool opaque painting, oil work. It's really exciting to be working with someone who's an opaque painter, as I am a translucent painter. So I'm learning a lot from talking to Anthony and just observing the way he approaches his images. So yeah, definitely check out Anthony Moravian at moravianart.com. Anthony, if you're watching this, you have the coolest supervillain name, like Moravian. I love it. I'm jealous of your last name. So check out Anthony's work. My second student, or actually my first student, Anthony came in later, Bronwyn McDonald. This is Bronwyn's site. She also has a similar passion to me for details and history and Art Nouveau. In fact, I think you may be worse than me, Bronwyn. You're going to be worse than me when it comes to details, I can tell. And that is a good thing. Keep it up, my darling. So yeah, you guys should check out both of them. Bronwyn McDonald, BronwynMcDonald.com for Bronwyn's art. I'm really excited to be working with the both of them and learning so much and just being really excited by exchanging information and inspiration with other artists. So this is a very fulfilling experience. So thank you for taking a chance on me, Bronwyn and Anthony. And on that note, if I can unscreen share. I lost the screen. Too many tabs. I officially have too many tabs open. So on that note, I actually have opened or increased my mentorship slots to 4 instead of 2. 2 are currently filled, so if you'd like to join me as one of my mentees, then definitely check out my Patreon page or ask me any questions you might have about the mentorship experience, and I'd be glad to talk to you about it. So that's that. Ooh, it's been a jam-packed month. Oh, ooh, the next thing that I finished is a real treat. The past few months I've been working on the IP development, or I've been working with Dan Luvisi and Anthony Jones over at Robot Pencil under a mentorship called the IP Development Mentorship that they've recently opened up. So over the past few months, I have been crazy, insanely busy as well, alongside everything else, just drawing and writing, actually a lot more writing than I would have thought. But no, that's actually a really good thing, because I find when I write, I'm actually way more inspired to draw. So from that mentorship experience, I've gotten the synopsis of a novel completed. I've created character sketches, and I've finished a kind of in progress or work in progress book trailer for my novel. So those who are my Patreon patrons, you get a patrons only sneak peek at the book trailer I've created. And here for this broadcast, I wanted to screen share again and show you guys the littlest preview of the book trailer. So hang on, screen share again. Teeniest preview.
They would tell tales of my father's victory that ended the generations of war between our scattered tribes. Centuries of bloodshed came down to a duel between my father, Rashan, and the Zilthai king. They would save many from the battlefield by risking only themselves.
And that's all she wrote. To watch the rest, you'll have to be a patron on Patreon. I hope you'll check it out. Once you pledge on Patreon at any level, you'll be able to watch that video in its entirety. And I've also been keeping a diary of my mentorship experience. So for those who are interested in what you do for the IP development mentorship and might be curious to take it for themselves, you can learn about my crazy experience with it by pledging on Patreon. So check that out. Watch the full video. Let me know what you think. I'm super excited to be working on a personal project that has been in the works for years and years. So that's been one of the most exciting goings-on this past couple of months. So while I have it up on the screen, I might as well share the comics I've been working on. Another personal project which I'm trying to wrap up. I meant to have this done much earlier so I could participate by publishing it in an anthology, the Once Upon a Time anthology, which you guys should definitely check out. Sales of the anthology helped RAIN, the Rape and Incest Survivors organization. So even though I didn't get in, you guys should check it out because there's some amazing art that got into that anthology. But even though I didn't make it into that, I wanted to finish this comic for Rapunzel that I've been working on for a few years now. This is getting towards the end of the story here, so minor spoilers if you don't know the more original version of Rapunzel, where I'll just say the prince isn't stabbed in the stomach or anything of that nature. Wow, I'm just spoiling everything. Let's just say the story goes differently in the more traditional version of Rapunzel, and that's what this comic is based on. And I just wanted to show you guys real fast how I work in Photoshop with this. I'll actually be doing a little video of one of these strips as I complete it, which will also be available for patrons on Patreon. So how I like to work to get this woodcut look is to actually fill a layer with black. And then I just use a mask, a layer mask to sit here and kind of erase out the white. So I'm getting that woodcut look by just masking out the black and white. And that is what you see, the effect in the top. And the reason I have two panels open is I like to keep the last strip open so I can have some consistency by drawing the characters similarly to how they looked in the last panel. So the one on the bottom is the most recent panel that I'm about to finish. And they all start kind of rough like this, and then they get gradually more built up as I go along. And the way you get this in Photoshop is you go to Workspace, or Window, Arrange, and 2 up horizontal, and that'll arrange 2 of your windows like this. So really, really good trick to know if you're wanting to keep a reference up in your window while you're drawing. So that is Rapunzel. I'm going to finish this by the end of the month if it kills me. So that is the next thing I want to do. I've also got another big project in the works for next month to tell you all about. And that is the Ladies of the Month. You might have seen me talking about this online. And what this is that I'm finally finishing up an Art Nouveau series I finished, or I started ages ago, which is going to have a lady to represent each month of the year, along with the birthstone. So I'll show you. For those who haven't seen it, this is Lady of January, which is the lady who has garnet for the birthstone and snowdrops and carnations for the birth flowers. And I'll also be doing a mask to go along with each lady. So this is a really ambitious project that draws in all my talents as a leather crafter and a painter. So that's coming next month. I'm going to start designing Lady of February, who's amethyst and violets. So much purple. I cannot wait to start. And yeah, so those who are my Art Nouveau fans, you'll be getting more Art Nouveau than ever in the coming months as I try to finish up this series. And I've actually created its own project page for it on Patreon called Nouveau Ladies. But you'll also be getting, if you're already pledging to my artist or artisan page, you'll still be getting the same rewards. I actually put up an image that on those accounts talking about what you get if you pledge on the ladies page versus my art or artisan pages. You get a few more perks if you pledge here on the ladies page, such as the ability to pre-order prints or a mask, and the best of both worlds in that you'll be getting videos for both the paintings and the masks. So check that out if you're interested in this Art Nouveau series. This is kind of a wild experiment I'm doing to have just a series themed Patreon project, but we'll see how it goes. I'm really excited, and I hope you guys are too. So that's what's coming next month. I didn't get any questions this month, but that's okay. I'll just show you guys what the last inspiration prompt came out to. At the end of the video last month, I asked for inspiration prompts, and one of those inspiration prompts was Royal Dreamer. And this is the art card result. I did a sort of Sleeping Beauty inspired design, so I really hope you love it, Kate. It'll be on its way to you soon. The other inspiration prompt I got was Conflicted Angel, which I'll be making that one soon. I got a little behind because of vacation, but that is how it goes. Probably have so much stuff going on this month. Plus, I like to put way too much detail in these little 2.5 by 3.5 inch areas. So, oh, and here's for size reference. So yeah, at the end of this video, if you're in my $10 and up tier, you can give me some inspiration prompts, 2 words. Write in the comments 2 words, and I'll pick from those prompts the winner of the next sketch. So right now, I think the only person eligible is Vanessa. Oh, and my students too. Anthony and Bronwyn, if you want to give me some inspiration prompts as well, you should leave me some in the comments and we'll see who wins. The most inspirational person will win. So that was an info dump. I really hope that you guys enjoyed all of the looks at everything. I'm just getting excited because this year I am determined, by the end of this year, I'm gonna get stuff done. Life is not gonna keep me from getting stuff done. So I hope you'll stick with me as that happens. Oh, and I also got the Halloween pictures coming now that people on Patreon have helped me reach the milestone to do a Halloween art. So the winner for the Halloween topic is Zombie Madam Butterfly. So I cannot wait to get on that one. So you'll probably see some sketches here real soon for that. So stay tuned. Lots more coming. I'm so happy to be back in the game after lots and lots of stress. So I'm back, everybody. So keep an eye out. I think that's all I have for today, unless there are any questions, which I do not see any in the Q&A panel. So thanks for joining me, guys. As always, this broadcast is brought to you by my lovely people over at Patreon, which you can check out my Patreon page at patreon.com/Angela Sasser. So yeah, check it out, and thanks for joining me. I'll see you guys next month. Bye-bye.